Albert Einstein was a famous physicist and philosopher who made significant contributions to science and society. His ideas and quotes continue to inspire people around the world. Here are some of his most famous quotes and how they still inspire people today. Imagination is more important than knowledge. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. The only source of knowledge is experience. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Science is a wonderful thing, if one does not have to earn one's living at it. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. It's not that I'm so smart. It's just that I stay with problems longer. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. The difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. I never teach my pupils. I only attempt to provide the conditions in which they can learn. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. We should take care not to make the intellect our God. It has, of course, powerful muscles, but no personality. Any fool can know. The point is to understand. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. Not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. The fear of death is the most unjustified of all fears, for there's no risk of accident for someone who's dead. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. The only way to escape the corruptible effect of praise is to go on working. Intellectuals solve problems. Geniuses prevent them. I never think of the future, it comes soon enough. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. I believe in intuitions and inspirations. I sometimes feel that I am right. I do not know that I am. No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. I have no particular talent. I am merely inquisitive. Two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity. And I'm not sure about the universe. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. Never memorize something that you can look up. When you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. If we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? A human being is a part of the whole called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feeling as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. This delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a few persons nearest to us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. One cannot help but be in awe when he contemplates the mysteries of eternity, of life, of the marvelous structure of reality. It is enough if one tries merely to comprehend a little of this mystery each day. Once you can accept the universe as matter expanding into nothing that is something, wearing stripes with plaid comes easy. If I were not a physicist, I would probably be a musician. I often think in music. I live my daydreams in music. I see my life in terms of music. You never fail until you stop trying. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. Creativity is intelligence having fun. The best way to cheer yourself is to cheer somebody else up. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. When you trip over love, it is easy to get up. But when you fall in love, it is impossible to stand again. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. A question that sometimes drives me hazy: am I or are the others crazy? Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. We dance for laughter, we dance for tears, we dance for madness, we dance for fears, we dance for hopes, we dance for screams. We are the dancers, we create the dreams. The woman who follows the crowd will usually go no further than the crowd. The woman who walks alone is likely to find herself in places no one has ever been before. I must be willing to give up what I am in order to become what I will be. Love is a better master than duty. We all know that light travels faster than sound. That's why certain people appear bright until you hear them speak. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. Nothing happens until something moves. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. Imagination is the highest form of research. However rare true love may be, it is less so than true friendship. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. Only those who attempt the absurd can achieve the impossible. The only thing that you absolutely have to know is the location of the library. You can never solve a problem on the level on which it was created.